All right, so this is video number 6 on our morning ritual video series. Please bear with me on the sound of this. My microphone ran out of batteries, and I don't want to not shoot the videos. I want to stay on track with this. So I apologize if the quality of the sound is not as good on this one. So we've talked about having a morning ritual. We've talked about the 5 pillars of health and how it's important to do things on a daily basis that's really going to help you achieve what goals you have and what goals you're trying to achieve in your life. Designing a ritual for you in the morning, the ideal scene of what that ritual would look like, and then we got into some of the specifics. So far we've talked about silence and we've talked about affirmations. Today we're going to talk about visualizations, and I love this part. This is one of my favorite parts. So the way that you exercise and do visualizations, the way that I always was taught and used to see was that you would sit and you'd visualize yourself in your ideal scene. So if you have a goal of losing 100 pounds, well, you would visualize yourself as being the person that had lost 100 pounds and what it would feel like and who you would be and what the air would feel like. You try to get all of your senses involved, and you would visualize that success. And athletes do this all the time. It's called mirror neurons in the nervous system, and what they do is they've actually done studies on this, and they're finding neurologically what's going on with this. But when you visualize, the brain can't necessarily tell the difference between excuse me for a second. The brain can't necessarily tell a difference between what is real and what is imagined. So a lot of times when you are visualizing the negative things in your life, the things you don't want, you create the physiological response in your body, and a lot of times that paralyzes a lot of us. So if you do the opposite and you visualize what you do want, the outcome that you do want, then your physiology kind of takes charge, and you get in line with that, and your energy and your emotions and all these different things come in. So visualizations are very, very powerful. They've done studies with basketball players where they had one group actually physically going out and shooting the free throws and practicing it, and then they had another group that just practiced visualization of shooting those free throws and never shot a free throw, and the results of improvement for both of them were very comparable. Because the visualization, the brain doesn't know the difference. And mirror neurons, what will happen is they'll create that reality, they'll create those pathways, they'll create the neurological firing of these realities, in essence. So visualizations are very, very powerful, especially when you've come from silence. So you've kind of calmed your mind and gotten yourself into the present moment. If you're doing gratitude like I like to do, then you're in this highly grateful state, and you're just really there. And then you go in and you do your affirmations. So now you've affirmed the things that you want, the goals that you're going to have, and you've affirmed the things that you're going to do today that's going to make that happen. So you got yourself in this peak state. Then you go into visualization, and now you're already in this peak physiological state. Now you're visualizing it, and you're creating the physiology in your body, and you're creating this reality. So there are 2 steps to the visualization. The first part is, actually there's 3 steps. The first part is going to be preparation. Get yourself in a comfortable position. Some people like to sit on the floor, on a padded mat, some people in a nice chair. Try not to be laying down. You don't want to fall asleep while you're doing this, especially if you're doing it first thing in the morning. Some people like to use music. Classical music is really good for this. It's kind of inspiring, and in my opinion, if you're going to use music, I don't personally, but if you're going to use music, I would use instrumental music. I wouldn't use music with words because it could be distracting. But what you're going to do is you're going to get in that position, you're going to create your environment, and you're going to visualize what your ideal scene is, whatever goal it is that you're working for, and whatever makes you passionate. If you see yourself losing 100 pounds, if you see yourself being highly energetic, if one of your goals is to recover your health so much that you can run a marathon, then you imagine yourself finishing that marathon and what that would feel like and what the air would smell like, and you want to bring in all 5 senses as much as you can. So when you're visualizing, you want to think about all of it. You want to put yourself in that present moment and how you would feel emotionally and who you would be. Not necessarily the day-to-day activity at this point, but who you would be to accomplish that, and how it would feel, and what the surroundings would be like, what everybody around you would be like. And you want to get this as clear and vivid as possible, because that's the image that you want to use constantly to conjure up these feelings when you're having a hard time with something. So you get yourself in that ideal scene, and again, you're in a calm place, eyes are closed, you're visualizing this ideal scene, and once you've achieved that, you've gotten yourself there, Then you're going to visualize yourself doing what you have to do today to work towards getting you there. So this is going to be visualizing what you talked about in your affirmation. So for example, if one of your affirmations was, I'm going to eat clean today no matter what so that I can lose 30 pounds by October 31st. So if eating clean is one of your affirmations of action to get you towards that goal, then you're going to visualize yourself doing this action. You're going to visualize yourself in your day when you get finished with this, eating a nice healthy breakfast and smiling and enjoying the flavor and the people around you being very positive, and you're going to visualize yourself how you're going to have lunch, and you're going to visualize yourself going in there and how that's going to feel. And the key to it is you want to visualize it of you doing this with ease or with joy or with happiness, and the people that you're interacting with being very positive and very supportive, and heck, they may even be inspired by you and maybe joining in with you, and you visualize all these things, and you'll be amazed how many things start to happen when you're visualizing this, because you'll become acutely aware of it and you'll see little things that you were missing. I'll give you examples. When I go through and I'm doing visualizations, and I had a visualization this morning of being inspiring and helping patients recover their health, and helping them to move forward and be a positive influence on everybody that I come across. Well, I walked into CVS this morning. I had to go by there to pick up something for the office today, and I walked into CVS, and this lady comes up to me out of the blue and she says, can you help me find cod liver oil? And I was like, wait a minute, I don't work here. Why is she asking me that question? Yes, I was in my scrubs, but why was she asking me that question? And she pulled out a cigarette box and she opened it up, and she had written cod liver oil. Somebody had recommended that to her. She didn't speak very good English, so she was having a hard time finding it. So normally I would say, you know what, I don't work here, I don't know where that is, let's go, maybe ask the pharmacist or something like that. But because of my alertness and because of my visualizations of helping people and helping people move forwards towards health, I engaged her, I went and I helped her, and I actually educated her a little bit on the different oils and what she could do and what she was doing. I found out what she was doing it for, and she was trying to treat some arthritis, so I gave her some pointers on some other things that she could do. That's something that I would have missed had I not gotten myself in a state of mind. Typically you're getting busy, somebody asks you a question like that, you're kind to them and you help them move forward, but you don't realize that this could be a person that's crossing your path for an intention. And so I explained things to her, and I don't know what that effect's going to have on her. I don't know if it's going to change her life. I don't know if she may come to the office for us to treat her. I don't know if she's going to go and share the information with somebody else and it changes their life and it starts this ripple effect of changing people. You never know what you do and say today and how much that's going to affect everybody around you tomorrow. So you have to, getting yourself in this mindset makes you very aware of these opportunities. So when you're visualizing your day-to-day activity, visualize it being positive, visualize it being a joyful experience, visualize enjoying the food if your thing is to eat clean, visualize, if you have a goal of like a sales goal, but there's something you have to do that's uncomfortable. Visualize yourself being powerful and going through that and it being a positive experience, and you come out of it and you're just so proud of yourself because you did it. Visualize all these things so that you create the reality. Now I'm spending quite a bit of time on this because I feel like this is a huge factor. Visualization is huge because it gets you going in the right direction. Again, especially when it follows silence and affirmations. Okay, so visualization is key. I hope this makes sense, and dive in. I'm telling you, it'll make a huge difference for you.